Today we're pouring concrete slab, and it's a big one. Stick around. All right, so we got the main pad poured. We're gonna pour some piers back there in the back. As you guys can see, we're stretching out the pump to get all the way to the back. The front porch right here, we are gonna wait. We wanna make sure that the main slab is stiff enough so that we can pull off that form, which is called a header form. Once we pull off that form, then we can pour the rest of it. Because see, there's gonna be a step from that slab, from the main slab onto the porch slab. There's a step, and then the porch slab is going to slope down. So every time you go from the finished floor to a porch or an outside area, you need to have a drop. We like to do 1.5 inches, but 3.5 is very typical. And like I said, that's the reason we do a header form. We poured day one on this slab, and as you can see, there's no bleed water on the surface. Finally decided to join us at a concrete pour.
Yeah, that's way too early for me. I'm ready to get my sleep. I'm hungry, sleepy.
Oh, he does complain all day.
Yeah.
We got a couple of piers out here, one there, one there. And you guys see we poured some underground beams to tie it all in together. All right, so we have, plus these piers we're sitting on, or these columns right here are piers. They are sitting on a pier that is 20 feet deep with bell bottoms. This is really bad ground, so we had to do these beams to kind of keep these piers tied into the main slab over here. So that's the reason we did that. We're not going to do concrete out here. We're just going to do some road base, and so the customer can park their equipment back here. But anyway, that's the reason for that. All right, so we just had a small break in the flow of trucks, which came in very handy because we were able to get something to eat. We're about to pour this front porch here, and as you guys can see in the background, they're running the bump cutter. You guys know I'm a firm believer of the bump cutter. So far we have poured 250 yards. Alright, so as you can see, he's pulling off the headers over there. Again, this is what it does. It creates a step, and then when we pour this one, we're just going to pour 1.5 inches below that step, and that's going to give us the drop. Then from there on, we slope away from the house. So this slab is extremely heavy duty. The perimeter beams are 48 inches deep. Interior beams are 36 inches deep. The slab is 6 inches thick. We are using number 4 rebar on the mat, which is 1/2 inch rebar. And then we are using number 6 rebar in the beams, which is 3/4 rebar. We are also using mid bars. Whenever your beams get deep enough, typically more than 30 inches, you have to put in a mid bar. So you have your 2 bars on top, 2 bars on the bottom, and then you put 2 bars right in the middle. Okay, so those are called mid bars. So this one has mid bars, 2 rows of mid bars. We also have 36 piers, 20 feet deep with bell bottoms. So this slab is super overkill. The other thing that we did is we are pouring with fiber today. We again, we have rebar, but we're also doing fiber, and you guys can see the fiber right here. Anyway, like I said, this is a super strong slab, but that's what it takes. Like I said, the soil is really bad. That's why we had to do all this excessive overbuilt slab, but that's what it takes. Leroy is on day 1 duty. He's having to spray the day 1. Come on, Leroy.
Spray this evenly.
Yeah. They're gonna think Mandy gained a lot of weight. I wonder who's gonna be the first person to ask, where's Manny? You can see right there, that guy's using the laser level to make sure the concrete is to the right height. Then he marks it with an X, of course. So now that they have it marked, they had a mark here and a mark over there, they bridge it across with the screed board. That is a 16-foot magnesium screed board. As you guys saw, the guy with the laser, he was marking these small pads here and there. And then these guys, like I said, they bridge it over with the screed board. And then they get another board, and then they screed perpendicular to the grades. And these are their guides now. They're gonna make sure that they stay flush with these two guides when they screed across. That's how they make sure the concrete is flat. Notice when they're done with the grade, they'll mark it right there. That's how you know it's done. As you can see, there's a lot of wind. Day one also helps. See, every time there's wind, it sucks the moisture out of the slab, so this is gonna help a lot. Alright, so as you guys can see, they're using the Mag Vibe. Man, I feel like it's been forever since we poured concrete. What's up, Leroy? Looking like a schoolboy, Leroy.
Leroy?
With your backpack?
Yeah, it's not getting any lighter.
Light.
It is light.
That's a 6.
Vibrate?
That's a, yeah. Push that button right there.
Which one?
The one in the front. Yeah, that one.
Oh, shit. I can't believe that.
So that's how come you can use such a light float, and it works better than the heavy channel float.
Over here. That's the 290 right there.
It also has better gears, so you only turn the handle like a little bit and it tilts it, rather than having to twist it like 4 times. You can see he's walking around the slab, checking it, make sure it's ready to go. You have to wait a little longer with the rider because they're a lot heavier. But again, as you can see, no bleed water. That's because of the day one. All right, so this is what it looks like now that it's done. We've been at it since 4 a.m. It is 1 p.m. right now, so been at it for a while. All right, let me give you a real quick recap of what's going on here. See where this plumbing is right here? This is gonna be the living quarters. It's gonna be 2-story. We have a front porch over here, and the rest of it is shop. All the way to back there, and then it has a lean-to out here as well. That's gonna be storage for equipment. So this is what a lot of people would call a real Barndominium. Man, I'm so glad we get to pour concrete again. I missed it, to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm just glad to be back at it. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for 100,000 subscribers. That is freaking incredible. Thank you so much. So we'll see you guys next time. We are Texas Barndominiums.